It began quietly, not with an explosion of light or a breaking headline, but with a whisper from the dark. A faint glimmer, almost lost in the endless night of space. For weeks, it was dismissed as another minor detection, another traveler passing briefly through our solar system. But then, the data began to speak. At first, scientists labeled it as an ordinary interstellar comet, 3I, Atlas, a frozen messenger flung from a distant system, much like Oumuamua or Borisov. But soon, something felt off. Its movement wasn't chaotic or random, it was smooth, deliberate, almost too perfect. Then came the discovery that changed everything. High-resolution readings from the Gemini observatory revealed a second body, a smaller object moving in lockstep with 3I, Atlas. At first, many assumed it was a glitch, a reflection, or a background star. But more observations confirmed it. Another object was truly there, shadowing the comet's path like a silent companion. For the first time in history, astronomers were watching not one, but two interstellar travelers moving together across the void, as if tethered by an invisible thread stretched between the stars. A dance across the cosmos. The scientific implications were staggering. Until now, interstellar objects were believed to be loners, fragments torn from their birth systems and left to drift alone through eternity. But this pair hinted at something new. Some of these wanderers might travel together, remnants of binary systems cast into the galactic wilderness. If true, that would mean the universe is filled with ancient duos, comets, asteroids, and fragments of forgotten worlds, endlessly orbiting one another across interstellar space. When the Very Large Telescope in Chile and Subaru Observatory in Hawaii joined the study, the mystery deepened. Every time 3I, ATLAS released gas or rotated, its smaller escort adjusted its path with astonishing precision, maintaining a near-constant distance. This wasn't random gravity. It was rhythm, almost like a dance. Could they have once been one? A single body split apart by some cosmic catastrophe, yet forever bound by mutual gravity? Or were they born as a binary pair around a distant star, surviving for eons until a gravitational slingshot hurled them free into the void? Echoes of creation. Some theorized the pair was expelled during a violent event, a close pass with a massive planet or the collapse of a binary star. Others suggested something even greater, a supernova ejection. If that's true, then 3I, ATLAS and its escort are the surviving shards of a dead world, fragments of a system that perished long ago, still carrying the chemical memory of its home. When the James Webb Space Telescope focused its powerful gaze on them, it detected something remarkable. Both bodies contained carbon-rich molecules, silicate dust, and complex organics, the very building blocks of life. This discovery transformed the story. These weren't just icy relics. They were messengers, carriers of life's raw ingredients from beyond our solar system. The silent signal as 3I, ATLAS neared the inner solar system, its activity grew intense. Jets of vapor burst from its surface, forming a luminous tail. But the smaller companion remained calm, quiet, reflective, and oddly symmetrical. Its surface shimmered like polished metal, too uniform to be natural. Some suggested it might be artificial. Others warned that light can play tricks at cosmic distances. Still, one question refused to fade. Could we be witnessing something constructed, not born? The synchronization between the two was uncanny. Every burst of gas from 3I, ATLAS was met by a subtle orbit correction from its escort, as if the two were communicating. And then, the James Webb Telescope captured something astonishing. Both objects were emitting a faint, repeating infrared pulse every 43 seconds. The rhythm wasn't random. It followed Fibonacci intervals and prime sequences, patterns seen in both nature and mathematics, and sometimes in design. Some said it was physics, natural resonances from ice sublimation. Others weren't so sure. A message through the stars. As scientists traced 3I Atlas's path through the solar system, the numbers revealed a strange kind of intelligence hidden in its motion. Its orbit wasn't random, it was optimized. Each curve, each gravitational encounter, followed a pattern so precise it resembled a plan. When plotted in simulation, its trajectory formed an elegant sequence of planetary assists, gravity slingshots that conserved momentum, guiding the object across vast distances with almost no energy loss. Human spacecraft rely on the same principle. NASA's Voyagers, Galileo, and New Horizons all used gravitational assists to reach their destinations. But 3I Atlas was doing it on its own, without engines, without control, without any reason to be so efficient, unless something had designed it that way. That realization sent ripples through the scientific community. If this trajectory wasn't the product of chance, then it could represent one of the most advanced navigational feats ever witnessed, natural or artificial. And if artificial, then who plotted the course? What if 3I Atlas wasn't simply visiting? What if it was performing a mission, an ancient, ongoing task written into its design? Echoes from the void then, in mid-October, came the signal. The Arecibo successor array, rebuilt after the collapse of the original telescope, detected something faint but deliberate, a narrow-band radio pulse lasting less than 2 seconds. Its frequency didn't match any known astronomical object. It wasn't a pulsar, a solar flare, or a transmission from Earth. Even more mysterious, it wasn't directed toward us. The burst was aimed away, into the dark between stars, as if 3I Atlas and its companion were sending a message outward, beyond the solar system. When decoded, the signal showed no recognizable modulation, but its structure carried mathematical rhythm, repeating harmonics that hinted at intention. It was as if the universe had spoken in a language of order, one we didn't yet understand. Could it be a relay, a response, or a beacon, part of a chain of communication stretching across interstellar space? Some scientists dismissed it as interference, a coincidence of natural emissions. Others quietly admitted that it might be the first real evidence of communication between interstellar objects, a dialogue happening on a scale far beyond human comprehension. A galactic chain of memory, and so a haunting idea began to take shape. What if our solar system wasn't the destination at all? What if it was just a waypoint, a pit stop in a much larger cosmic network that has existed for millions, perhaps billions, of years? Imagine a web of interstellar travelers, objects like 3I Atlas, drifting in synchronized paths across the galaxy, each one carrying fragments of information, fragments of memory. Perhaps they are messengers from extinct civilizations, remnants of a time when other worlds flourished and fell. Each carries a piece of coded heritage, chemical signatures, molecular data, even instructions for life itself, preserved in the frozen dust of their cores. Their orbits may intersect at rare intervals, long after their creators have vanished, allowing them to exchange data through light, magnetism, or radio pulses before parting again into eternity. A galactic memory system, self-sustaining, quietly documenting the rise and fall of worlds. It's a breathtaking thought, that life in the universe could be self-propagating, not just through evolution, but through deliberate seeding. This theory, known as directed panspermia, once lived only in science fiction. But today, the evidence keeps growing. We've already discovered amino acids on meteorites, organic molecules in the tails of comets, and complex chemistry on worlds like Titan and Enceladus. If the ingredients for life can survive interstellar journeys, who's to say they weren't meant to? Perhaps 3I Atlas is one of those seeds, or worse, one of the gardeners. Into the silence now, as months pass, the pair drifts slowly away from the warmth of the sun. Their brightness fades, swallowed once more by the black sea of interstellar space. Soon, they'll be gone. Another faint signature in a sky full of mysteries. But they leave behind more than light. They leave behind questions that echo louder than any signal. Are we witnessing a coincidence of nature or a creation of purpose? Is the companion merely debris, or a sentinel still fulfilling a task older than humankind itself? And if these are indeed probes, what are they observing, and who are they reporting to? For now, all we can do is watch. Perhaps the next pulse, the next signal, will tell us more. Or perhaps the message has already been sent, through us, to some distant receiver, countless light years away. Whatever the truth may be, one reality remains. We are no longer just observers. By studying them, by detecting their signals, by tracing their orbits, we have become part of their story. The story of 3I, Atlas is not just about what entered our skies, but what it awakened within us: curiosity, fear, wonder, and the quiet realization that we might not be the first to look up and ask these questions. The stars are not silent. They are speaking, in chemistry, in mathematics, in motion. And maybe, just maybe, 3I, ATLAS was the first word in a conversation that began long before Earth was born. This is Space Loop, uncovering the unknown, one mystery at a time.